I left my top in Rio. Would you guys mind if I went topless?
We definitely don't mind.
Welcome to paradise.
It started off innocently enough with three girlfriends backpacking on holiday in Brazil until they're left stranded by a bus accident in a remote and secluded Brazilian jungle in the thriller Turistas. Olivia Wilde, Melissa George, and Beau Garrett talk about what can happen when you leave home without it.
Traveler's journey, you know, of survival. When you go to a country like Brazil or even China or wherever in the world, know the place that you're going to. You know, don't try and fight against their customs and the way they do things.
And also, we expect, as you know, Americans and Australians and even Europeans, that when we go somewhere, if something goes wrong, a phone call will fix that. We're very lucky in that way. But when you get into a situation when there are no phones and you can't get in touch with your embassy, and you don't have money, and suddenly you're without that magic card, your passport and your credit card, what do you have? And that is the interesting question about this movie, I think.
Turistas might be somewhat of a cautionary tale to not always trust the locals, but when you're stranded in a foreign jungle, who else do you turn to for help but the locals, which turns out to be a deadly choice the girls make in the film.
You need to trust somebody, so you follow your instincts. So
Trust
really,
too much sometimes.
it's like, what other choice do you have? And I think that's what's good about the film is people can't say like, don't run into the burning basement with your shirt off, like with most of these films, you know, like you're like, don't go in the attic. For this, it's like, yeah, I guess I would do that too.
Yeah.
What else would you do?
Trust the locals. Like when you get to a place, you're very vulnerable. So you see a Brazilian that says, "I'll help you," and I think you don't trust everybody just because they're from that country. I think that's a good lesson to learn too. And of course, we all trust the young Brazilian boy.
On their days off from shooting, Melissa, Olivia, and Beau really got to experience the flavor of Brazil, especially Melissa, who ventured into non-touristy areas.
Rio was cool though. I liked Rio. John Stockwell and I went to a rock concert to see Marcelo de Deutsch, and that went kind of sour. A guy pulled out a gun. We all went running. The bodyguards were like, "Get down on the ground," and then everyone was sombering back to their position. So we were really in the favelas and sort of experiencing Brazil in a dangerous kind of way. But it was a cool experience.
Turistas opens Friday in theaters.
Oh God, I want to go home.